Nestled at the eastern tip of Quebec's Gaspe Peninsula, where the Appalachian Mountains plunge dramatically into the Gulf of St. Lawrence, lies a land of untamed natural beauty. Picture endless wild shorelines, carved by relentless waves, towering cliffs that whisper ancient secrets, and mystical lighthouses standing sentinel against the fog-shrouded seas, like the iconic Cap des Rosiers, guiding mariners since the 1800s. This rugged paradise, first charted by Jacques Cartier in 1534, when he claimed it for France, blends Mi'kmaq indigenous heritage with tales of early explorers and resilient fishing communities that have braved the Atlantic's fury for centuries. But enough dreaming. Join me on an unforgettable road trip to uncover it all. I'm hitting the highway from the vibrant heart of Montreal, cruising northeast in my sleek BMW, with my wonderful wife by my side, and our adventurous cat Casper curled up in the back, ready for the ride. Our itinerary winds through historic Quebec City, a UNESCO treasure founded in 1608, where we'll stroll its fortified walls and soak in French colonial charm. We dive onto the legendary Route 132, Quebec's scenic coastal highway that hugs the St. Lawrence like a lover's embrace, flanked by lush forests, sparkling rivers, and breathtaking vistas of rolling hills giving way to seaside bluffs. Over 7 days, we'll camp, chase sunsets, explore hidden coves, and let the open road weave its magic. Buckle up, this Gaspe adventure is calling. As the sun peeked over Montreal's skyline, we loaded up my trusty BMW at the crack of 6 a.m., my wonderful wife settling in beside me, and our curious cat Casper claiming his spot in the back seat, tail flicking with anticipation. We zipped out of the city, crossing the iconic Jacques Cartier Bridge, a stunning steel giant arching over the mighty St. Lawrence River, offering jaw-dropping views of the Montreal skyline fading in the rear view, with the Olympic Stadium gleaming in the morning light and the river's waters sparkling below. From there, we merged onto Autoroute 20, the efficient ribbon of highway, hugging the South Shore eastward, cutting through lush farmlands and quaint villages in the Montérégie region.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. मेरा नाम है हेमंत
और मैं आईवी
और आप देख रहे हैं मिस्टर बंजारा। कैस्पर कहाँ है?
और हाँ, हमारा प्यार है तो बेबी। अरे गाड़ी तो खोल दो।
ओह,
हद होती है।
अरे गाड़ी
करते ही।
ये लोग खोल दिया दिखाओ ना।
तो हमारा प्यारा सा बेबी, ये देखो, मस्त अपना सेट होके ब्लैंकेट में बैठा हुआ है।
कैस्पर,
क्या चल रहा है?
चलो चलते हैं अब। चलो गाइस, अब निकला जाएगा, बहुत दूर जाना है। आज बहुत टाइम बाद हमने कनाडा में सुबह निकलने का प्लान किया और सुबह निकल भी गए। हे गाइस, तो अभी फाइनली हमने क्यूबेक सिटी क्रॉस कर लिया है। अभी 9:40 AM हो रहा है और यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ट्रैफिक बढ़ गया है क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली मेन सिटी के पास है। यहाँ से अभी 430 किलोमीटर और आगे जाना है हमें, तो 4-4.5 घंटे का रास्ता दिखा रहा है। होपफुली ट्रैफिक आगे की तरफ और जाएंगे तो कम हो जाएगा, क्योंकि यही इनका मेजर जंक्शन है। अब तो धीरे धीरे हम लोग क्यूबेक के मेन एरिया से बाहर चले आ रहे हैं।
We powered past charming stops like Drummondville, known for its poutine heritage, and the historic area around Trois-Rivières, where the river views are simply mesmerizing.
So, अब हमने लिया है तीसरा पिट स्टॉप। यहाँ से और 3 घंटे की जर्नी बाकी है। अराउंड 250 किलोमीटर है अपने कैंप स्पॉट के लिए, पर तब तक थोड़ी सी पेट पूजा करते हैं। अराउंड कितना बज रहा है अभी? 12 बज गया यार। Oh yeah, this is one of the best cheesecakes in Montreal. तो अगर आप मॉन्ट्रियल में रहते हो तो अंकल तेत्सू का ओरिजिनल चीज़ केक ज़रूर ट्राई करो।
ये अपना अंकल तेत्सू चीज़ केक।
ये है अपना अंकल तेत्सू, देख बाइट लो। मस्त है ना?
The landscape unfolded like a postcard. Rolling green hills dotted with barns, glimpses of the widening St. Lawrence dotted with islands, and the distant silhouette of the Laurentian Mountains teasing the horizon. Imagine the La Violette Bridge soaring in the distance, a testament to Quebec's engineering prowess. As we approached the Quebec City region, we caught sight of the old fortified walls across the water in Lévis, a nod to centuries of history without even detouring. Continuing on, the drive grew even more enchanting through the Kamouraska region, one of Quebec's most picturesque spots, with its dramatic tidal flats, historic eel fisheries, and postcard-perfect villages perched on bluffs overlooking the estuary. Sunlight dancing on the water, seabirds wheeling overhead. By mid-afternoon, we'd reached Rimouski after navigating the final stretches where Autoroute 20 blends into Route 132. And that's where the real scenic magic kicked in.
दिल बेठिकाना था, तुझ तक ही आना था रास्ता। लफ्जों में कह पाए ना तेरी मेरी वो दास्तां। अब नई सी है उम्मीदें जगी, छोड़े से ना अब छूटेंगी कभी। आदतें आदतें ये नई आदतें, तुम जो आए हो लाए हो दिल में राहतें। आदतें आदतें ये नई आदतें।
Veered onto the legendary Route 132, winding southward through the Basse St. Lawrence forested valleys towards St. Florence. This stretch hugged the Matapedia River, flanked by the Appalachian foothills. Think dense evergreen woods, rushing salmon streams, and charming covered bridges like those in nearby Ruthierville, evoking a sense of timeless wilderness. The air turned crisp with pine, and every curve revealed another breathtaking vista, from misty hills to wildflower meadows. We pulled into our cozy Airbnb campground right on Route 132, just as the sun dipped low.
वैसे तो उसने हमें सब कोड वोड दे दिया है ना। ये पहला वाला जो है अभी आके देखते हैं। हे गाइस, तो फाइनली हम अपने कैंप स्पॉट पहुंच गए हैं।
What a way to kick off the trip. Miles of beauty, a few heart-pounding moments on the road, and the promise of more wonders ahead.
Let's go.
But it's good, no? We found a nice place. ये लकड़ी मिल गई भैया आग जलाने के लिए।
Day 2 unfolded like a dream in the heart of the Gaspe peninsula, where we'd settled into our rented trailer in the charming little village of Saint Florence, a hidden gem nestled in the mountains along the iconic Route 132. After that epic drive from Montreal, we woke up to birdsong and the fresh scent of pine, my wife brewing coffee on our portable stove, while Casper the cat stretched lazily in the morning sun, probably wondering why we'd traded our cozy home for this wild setup. This was our first real dive into remote camping in Quebec, and honestly, as newcomers, we had our share of jitters. Is it safe out here? What about bears crashing the party? But spoiler alert, it turned into one of the most magical, family bonding experiences we've ever had.
I don't want the space when you're not here in it. I just can't without your touch. And I can't believe the words you're speaking. I just can't without your touch.
Our Airbnb campground was pure seclusion, tucked away from the world with just the rustle of leaves and the distant hum of Route 132 for company. The locals here are a delight, mostly warm-hearted seniors who greeted us with smiles and waves, making us feel like long-lost friends despite our shaky French. Our host, the incredible Sylvie, went above and beyond. She handed over her personal cell number right away, popped by a couple of times to check on us, and even shared tips on the best local spots. It was such a relief, especially being the only non-French speakers around. Her kindness melted away any worries, faster than marshmallows over a flame. And speaking of flames, the highlight? Lighting our very first campfire. Picture me fumbling with matches like a total rookie. My wife cheering me on, and Casper eyeing the sparks.
तो भाई लो, अब करनी है आग जलाने की तैयारी। लकड़ी वकड़ी डाल दी है, अभी थोड़ा सा इसमें डालते हैं पेपर। आई होप जल जाए, आई होप जल जाए।
space. If you're not here with me, I just can't without your touch. And I can't believe the words you're speaking. What about all over our love?
भाई ये भी किसी अचीवमेंट से कम तो है नहीं, जिंदगी की पहली आग हमने जला ली। ये देखो आप, ओ हो क्या तो लपटें निकल रही है। तो पिछली बार जब हमें लगा था कि जल गई है तब एक्चुअली में फुस्सी हुआ था। वो साला पेपर जल रहा था, हमें लगा था आग लग गई, हमें क्या ऐसे लगा था कि मैं ब्लेम नहीं लूंगा।
कोई नहीं ब्लेम तो ये कभी लेगा नहीं किसी भी चीज।
क्या देख लो, आग तो अच्छी जल रही है।
मजा आ गया। चलो दूसरों के कैंप फायर से जाके लकड़ी चोरी करके लाते हैं।
जाओ तुम करके लाओ, लेकिन अभी जलाना नहीं है वो लकड़ी।
Once it roared to life, we turned it into an impromptu kitchen, grilling up tandoori chicken over the open fire. Juicy, smoky defection that had us high-fiving under the stars. As the evening settled in, we mastered the art of doing nothing. Just lounging by the fire, staring into the embers, with zero agenda, except maybe debating if Casper's purring counted as wilderness music.
Cheers.
Cheers.
तो भाई रम के साथ
गम
गम
मिला दो।
डालते हैं।
It's hilarious how nothing feels like everything out here. No emails, no rush, just pure, unadulterated chill mode. Who knew staring at a fire could be a skill? Pro tip, level up by adding a cat for extra zen. The night sky, absolute stunner. Untouched by city glow, it exploded with stars, turning our campsite into a private observatory. Astronomy buffs, this is your paradise. No bears showed up, thank goodness, and we slept like logs in the cozy rented trailer, feeling totally secure in this tranquil haven. If you're a family craving adventure mixed with peace and those priceless first-time memories, St. Florence is a must. Safe? Absolutely. Unforgettable? You bet! Join us tomorrow for day 3 as we hit the road again. More Gaspe wonders await. Day 3 kicked off with us bidding farewell to our cozy rented trailer in St. Florence, packing up the BMW under a crisp morning sky. My wife double-checking our snacks, Casper the cat claiming his backseat throne, and me buzzing with that road trip energy as we pointed east toward the coastal wonders of Perce. No more lingering. Today was about embracing the full glory of Route 132, the Route de la Gaspésie, as we clocked a scenic drive of about 200 kilometers to our next stop. This legendary highway hugs the southern and eastern coasts of the Gaspe Peninsula, serving up endless eye candy. Panoramic views of the Gulf of St. Lawrence shimmering in the sunlight. Quaint coastal villages with weathered charm, sheer cliffs plunging into turquoise waters, and lush forests that whisper tales of adventure. It's a road tripper's dream, blending raw natural beauty with cultural nuggets that make every mile feel like a discovery. As we cruised out of the mountains, the landscape shifted from dense Appalachian foothills to river valleys, with the Mattapadia River glinting alongside us. Our first detour, the stunning Chute à Philomène, tucked away in St. Alexander-des-Lacs, just off the route. A roaring 33-meter waterfall that's one of the region's most impressive, cascading over mossy rocks into a misty pool below. We parked and hiked the 2 easy trails.
रॉक क्लाइंबिंग कर रहे हैं।
हाँ, वो वहाँ पे पता नहीं उसमें आ रहा है कि नहीं, उधर कर रहे हैं लोग, बहुत दूर है वो। वाटरफॉल तो मैंने तो देखा ही नहीं। हाँ, ओहो, अच्छा, तो अगर हम लोग वो एक्टिविटी करते तो नीचे तक जा सकते थे। हाँ हाँ, और व्यूज़ तो बहुत अच्छे हैं।
One to a suspended platform at the top, complete with a glass floor for that thrilling peak straight down. And another to the base for up-close sprays and picnic vibes. The air was alive with the thunder of water and birdsong. Pure magic. Further along, we pulled over at the iconic Pont Couvert de Ruthiville, an old red wooden-covered bridge spanning the Matapeja River, right by a rest stop on Route 132. Built in the early 1900s and lovingly restored, it's the longest in the Bas-Saint-Laurent region.
क्या होता है, घरों में डायरेक्ट सीधा पोस्ट नहीं जाता है, तो उनके पास ऐसे अपने लॉकर नंबर्स होते हैं, तो उनको कोई भी चिट्ठी भेजनी होती है, कुछ भी किसी को भी भेजना होता है, पार्सल वगैरह, वो सब ये लॉकर नंबर्स पे आते हैं, फिर वो अपने घरों से आते हैं और इनमें से ले जाते हैं।
अच्छा, हाँ, ये सही बताया तुमने। इसी ब्रिज तो सुंदर है, और देखो साइड से पानी जा रहा है।
With 2 sections and that classic crimson charm, earning it rave 5 out of 5 reviews on Google. For its photogenic appeal and serene setting, we strolled across its creaky planks, leaving the BMW safely parked. No need to test its weight limits. Soaking in the views of the rushing river and surrounding greenery, feeling like we'd time traveled to a simpler era. Locals waved from afar, adding to the warm, welcoming vibe.
ये है इस जगह का नाम, रूथरविल। बिएनवेन्यू साइकिलिस्ट। अच्छा, ये साइकिलिस्ट लोगों के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा ट्रैक है भाई। चलो, अच्छा है। ये तो थंबनेल लायक फोटो है, बहुत अच्छा है, उम्दा।
The drive kept unfolding with more treats, winding through charming villages like Kosapskal, past salmon-rich streams and wildflower meadows, before opening up to coastal previews as we neared the Baie des Chaleurs. By late afternoon, we rolled into Port Daniel, a peaceful seaside spot with its own slice of Gaspe allure. Think rocky shores, fresh seafood whispers, and that salty breeze. We checked into our next Airbnb, a comfy haven overlooking the bay, where we unwound with sunset views, Casper exploring the new digs, and reflections on a day packed with hidden gems. Hang tight for day 4. Perce's calling louder now.
I don't want the space if you're not here with me.
Day 4 dawned bright and briny in Port Daniel, where we'd crashed after yesterday's scenic haul.
Just begin with a bottle over.
My wife whipped up a quick breakfast in our Airbnb kitchen. Casper batting at seagull shadows through the window. And me revving the BMW for another stretch of Route 132's coastal magic. With the Gulf of St. Lawrence calling, we set off eastward, the highway delivering more of its signature treats. Winding curves past rocky beaches, fishing boats bobbing in hidden coves, and cliffs that seem to defy gravity. About an hour's drive brought us to the vibrant village of Perce, a postcard-perfect spot famous for its dramatic seaside views and that massive pierced rock formation looming offshore like a guardian of the sea.
तो गाइस फाइनली पार्किंग का टिकट तो मिल गया, मतलब टिकट नहीं मिला, मतलब पार्किंग का वो कटा लिया मैंने। ये देखो $10 का पड़ा है और इसको ये है पार्किंग के रेट्स बाय द वे।
We parked and wandered the charming streets. Think colorful boutiques, fresh seafood shacks, and artists capturing the Perce rock silhouette. The real highlight? Boarding a 1-hour cruise right from Perce's heart, zipping out to the iconic Perce Rock and the enchanting Bonaventure Island for just $45 a pop. What a steal for front row seats to nature's blockbuster.
भाई बोट में चढ़ाई स्टार्ट हो गई, अच्छी खासी हवा चल रही है। इस बार हमने जैकेट ले लिया है, हमने वो गैननकी वाली 1000 आइलैंड वाली गलती नहीं की है। 1000 आइलैंड्स में तो जो बर्फ़ जमी थी, ऊपर से बारिश भी हो रही थी। इस बार थोड़े ज़्यादा बेटर ड्रेस्ड है, होपफुली।
As we glided through pristine waters, the air buzzed with life. Thousands of migratory seabirds turning the sky into a feathered frenzy. Bonaventure isn't just pretty, it's a crucial pit stop for these globe-trotting birds, drawing birdwatchers worldwide. We spotted elegant northern gannets diving like arrows into the waves, the deep calls of common murras echoing off the cliffs, sleek razorbills flashing their bold black and white plumage, and the adorable Atlantic puffins waddling about with their clownish beaks. My wife and I were glued to the binoculars. This wasn't just a boat ride. It was a deep dive into one of the world's top bird sanctuaries, where these feathered nomads clock thousands of miles annually, resting and nesting on the island's rugged shores.
Hey guys, तो क्रूज तो हो गया पूरा। कैसा रहा एक्सपीरियंस?
Oh my माय गॉड, नहीं नहीं, ऐसे बात तो उससे तो हो ही नहीं सकता। और कैमरा ने कोई जस्टिस नहीं किया है। जो सील्स और जो हमें बर्ड्स अपनी आंखों से दिखे हैं वहाँ पे, ऐसे मुंह खोल खोल के वो डॉगों की तरह कर रहा था सील, तो वो तो कैमरा में आया नहीं कुछ भी करके। बट हाँ, ये वन ऑफ अ काइंड एक्सपीरियंस है। यू हैव टू टेक द क्रूज टू गेट टू नो द नेचर more closely.
Back on land, energized by the spectacle, we hopped back in the BMW and pushed further east along Route 132. Another hour or so of stunning coastal vistas, from windswept headlands to quaint lighthouses, heading to Gaspe, the storied birthplace of Canada.
तो गाइस, जैसा आप देख रहे हो, ये मेरे पीछे बोर्ड, इस जगह को बोला जाता है द बर्थ प्लेस ऑफ कैनेडा। अभी ढूंढते हैं इसकी थोड़ी सी हिस्ट्री।
Here, in 1534, Jacques Cartier planted a cross in Gaspe Bay, claiming the land for France and kicking off European settlement. We explored the historic site, complete with monuments and interpretive trails, feeling the weight of history amid the dramatic peninsula views. By evening, we settled into our next cozy spot in Gaspe, toasting to a day of wonders with campfire tales and Casper's obligatory lap time. If you're birding or history hunting in Gaspe, this itinerary is gold. Stay tuned for day 5. More peninsula magic ahead. Day 5, our final chapter in this unforgettable Gaspe adventure, had us torn between chasing the peninsula's iconic lighthouses, those misty, mystical beacons dotting the rugged coast, or just soaking in one last dose of serenity. With lighthouses spread far and wide, we made a game-time decision to revisit a hidden gem we'd stumbled upon just yesterday while cruising Route 132, a secluded sandy beach tucked along the coast near Gaspe, where the Atlantic Ocean kisses the shore in a quiet, breathtaking embrace. Spoiler alert, it was the perfect call. Especially since we wanted to treat Casper the cat to his first ever beach day. Buckle up, because this one's straight from the heart.
उसका सेफ जोन बन जाता है। चले, आजा। बाप और उसका बिल्ला जा रहे हैं समुंदर में गोते खाने। तो क्या तो किक-एस बीच मिल गया यार। बहुत हो गया था, गाड़ी चला चला के थक गए थे। ये टूरिस्ट स्पॉट चेस करने के चक्कर में गाड़ी चलाते रह जाते, जगह का मज़ा नहीं लेते। हाँ भाई, बहुत टाइम हो गया था एक बीच हॉलीडे को। अब बस यहाँ के बीचेस का यही डिफरेंस है कि यहाँ पे वो शैक शूक तो होते नहीं है, नहीं रेस्टोरेंट पे गोवा जैसा साइड में बैठ के आप चिल कर सकते हो, लेकिन अपना सामान कैरी कर सकते हो। तो अभी तो हमारे पास बारबेक्यू नहीं है पोर्टेबल वाला, वरना यहाँ पे बारबेक्यू भी कर सकते थे बीच पे बैठ के।
The moment we set Casper down, it was pure magic. Picture his little paws hitting the sand for the first time. Those wide-eyed, cautious steps. Then a full-on sprint as he chased a stray seaweed tumbleweed, tail flicking like he'd conquered the Atlantic.
एक चेयर बिछा के रखी है, क्या तो मज़ा आ रहा है यार। इस चेयर पे बैठ जाओ और ये देखो व्यू। मिट्टी 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 मिट्टी। भाई यहाँ पे तो कल से बहुत ज़्यादा लहरें हैं। ओह ठंडा भी है।
लफ्जों में कह पाए ना तेरी मेरी वो दास्तां, अब नहीं सी है उम्मीदें जगी, छोड़े से ना छूटेगी कभी। आदतें ये नहीं आदतें, तुम जो आए हो दिल में आदतें ये नहीं
एक अलग पर्सपेक्टिव से शूट हो रहा है। देख रहे हो कितने बड़े बड़े आ रहे हैं। अब ये ऐसे काटोगे तो इंस्टाग्राम के लिए बन गया, ऐसे काटोगे तो फेसबुक के लिए बन गया, यूट्यूब के लिए बन गया। हेलो गैस्पर, किसको मजा आ रहा है? क्या चल रहा है?
क्या बता रहा है यार। हो रहा है ना, मन ही नहीं कर रहा पानी छोड़ के जाने का, इतना ठंडा पानी है।
कुछ तो लकड़ी वकड़ी आके लगा पे
ऐसा है, पूरा बर्फ है, बर्फ ठंडा पानी है। मेरे पैर में कुछ लग गया।
चलो
गिरा कितना जोर से। आ जाओ बिल्लू।
If you're not here with me, I just can't without your touch.
My wife and I couldn't stop laughing, our hearts melting at his fearless curiosity. We spread out our picnic blanket, popped open some drinks, and dug into lunch with the waves as our soundtrack. Dipping my toes into the icy Atlantic Ocean, unreal. It was like the world paused, letting us savor every salty breeze. Every glint of sunlight crossing this road trip off the checklist felt bittersweet. Gaspe's got so much more to explore, from lighthouses to hidden trails. We're already dreaming of coming back. If you've loved joining us on this Gaspe road trip and found our adventures inspiring, please hit that like button, share this video with your fellow explorers, and subscribe to our channel for more epic journeys. Day 5's a wrap, but the road's always calling. See you on the next one.